is the filthy Femcorps of Seattle. All types of women and non-binary people and press their creation push and unapologetically through high-energy music and movement, developing both as individuals and as a sisterhood of musical warriors. And standing with me in this beautiful barn is the most amazing, not your high school, not your grandmother's, 30-member, all-women and non-binary marching band. Are you ready to rock? Yeah! Yeah! So what is the Filthy Femcorps' creation story?
The Filthy Femcorps formed in 2016. Well, actually, it was a little bit like the end of 2015. My friend Emily and we were kind of venting about how we were kind of fed up with being in music groups that had some misogyny and some unequal things happen throughout our lives. We both have music degrees. We've both been in jazz token women in like combos and jazz bands. And I was complaining to her one day about how I just was kind of fed up with this new group that I was really excited about, who there was like a dude that just kept stomping on me. You know, I wasn't as good, I wasn't that great, I couldn't be good enough, like this, that, or whatever, couldn't leave rehearsal, you name it. And so I was venting to her on the phone, and she said, shoot, let's just form our own girl band. And they were like, ha, 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 ha. And then, like, a few seconds later, I was like, seriously, okay, yes, let's do that. And she's like, oh, okay, yes, let's do that. And she had more of the business kind of background, and I have the more, like music background. And so we decided to combine forces and have our first rehearsal 2 months later in January of 2016. And we started with, I believe, 13 people. And now we have 34 active members 3-ish years later.
Where did the name Filthy Femcorps come from? Also, how does the name represent the group values?
Emily and I have, we built a network with some other friends in brass bands, and we were having fun with this idea that we decided we were going to go forward with. And so we were brainstorming after a different rehearsal some names, and it just came about. Somebody said one word, the other person said the other word, and then it was like, yes, that is it. So Filthy Femcorps. We created Femcorps, the word, I think, which I don't know. I haven't heard it before. But it does represent us because a lot of what Emily and I had experienced together as jazz musicians, that women jazz musicians, is like lots of stereotypes. And so we picked Filthy because it would immediately, for some people, be assumed that we were like dirty and gross and nasty and disgusting and this, that, whatever. But really, it means that we're unapologetically rad. And then femme is in women and non-binary, and then core is in a group of really awesome people rocking out.
Filthy Femcorps. Filthy Femcorps. So strong and interesting. Such a strong part of HONK movement. Women making bands.
Women bands.
Very strong.
Bands. So cool.
I think we want to thank everyone for their patience with all of the things that are going on. We had to, well, I don't even in my dim understanding that of the complicated tech stuff going on, I know we had to like reboot and do this and that, and it's challenging. For the live honk festival that we do in Somerville, it's like getting the band to a place in Davis Square and they start playing. And now our tech crew is in New York, it's on the West Coast, it's in Austin, all at the same time, and dealing with complicated systems.
Yep, doing stuff I could never do, but we were told that any of the videos that you missed or that were kind of weird and choppy, you can find next week on our social media platforms. So that's pretty cool. We didn't really miss anything. It's just a little hiccup. But I mean, we're live and that's what happens. So let's keep going.
Okay. All right. I love the fact that there'll be an afterlife to what we're doing with this more than 24-hour broadcast, that people will be able to see stuff afterwards. I think I need to think about all of this stuff. So we're going to show two videos next. And the first is Cimarrona la Original Dominguena from HONK, Costa Rica. And a cimarrona is a type of Costa Rican brass band, usually 5 to 8 members with a tuba, percussionist, trombone, saxes, clarinets. And in 2019, this group hosted the first HONK Costa Rica, and they're gonna play Fire by Rebirth Brass Band.
Yes, Rebirth. We love Rebirth. And then the second video is from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Trombetas, Cósmicas do Jardim, Elétrico. And this video was made during quarantine. And it's an original song from them composed by their trumpet player, Lucas Fantinato, and it's called Primavera. My Portuguese is terrible and I apologize. But this is going to be really cool. It's going to be happy and bouncy. So let's play them. I'm excited.
Yay.
Let's hit it.
Hi! It's Tracy, she, her, Rage, and I'm ecstatic to be live introducing Queens of Honk, which always is asked, what is Queens of Honk and who is it? It's you! As a Black woman and French horn player, finding safe spaces and not feeling like an imposter or not being too weird can be a challenge and a struggle. But that all changed for me in 2013 when I went to HONK, Texas. I saw a Yes Ma'am brass band, I saw French horns, and I saw people that looked like me. So for 7 years, I've been traveling the world and going to inaugural honks, and I'm here to tell you we want you to be a part of it too. Queens of Honk is civic engagement. We understand that representation matters. And sometimes just being present, being wholly and truly yourself is an act of activism all by its own. Studies show band is awesome. From social and emotional to math and literacy, fine and gross motor movement, sense of self and community, it's all there. Studies also show that girls are less likely to continue to play their instruments as they get older. So here, we just want to show you what we look like. The 5th iteration of Queens of Honk is You Got This. We wanted to tell you that from moving across country in 3 weeks to getting out of bed in 3 minutes, you got this. From 3 to 103, you got this. So this is a big thank you to all who said we got this, who participated, edited, and all around gave us the good vibes to make this submission this year. Thank you to Marchette, who originally made a version of You Don't Own Me for Queens of Honk. And thank you to Kelsey, who's getting married right now, and Clamor and Lace Noise Brigade for their rendition. If you don't see yourself this year, we're so sorry we missed you, but we really hope that you'll join us next time. So, with all of my love and rage, I now present to you in 2020 at Honk United, Queens of Honk.
I got this.
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 I got this. I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
Das habe ich. I got this.
I got this. I got this. I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this. Woo!
Nakuha ko ito. I got this.
Eu consigo.
I got this. I got this. We got this.
I got this.
We got this.
That makes home Texas wonderful are the kind of ensembles that we put together. Now, we bring bands from all over the country, indeed all over the world, but occasionally we have some different kind of ensemble. This year, it is our distinct pleasure to welcome to HONK, Texas, give it up please for the Queens of HONK.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Tracy, for your awesome introduction. It's like we're in a tiny hat club almost. You should probably all get tiny hats if you want them, but that was really cool to see so much solidarity and so much fun and dancing and even doing something really important as just being together. But we're not done yet. There's still some more things to watch with us telling you what to watch. So what's next?
Well, I agree that that was the Filthy Femcorps. That was extraordinarily deeply moving, incredible. And what we're about to see is a 15-minute long, or no, 25 minutes from Chile, from Banda Rim Bam Bum, who I got to see in HONK, Texas a few years ago. And I wanted to mention that Rim Bam Bum is going to be in a panel discussion tomorrow, Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time about the situation in Chile, which they're anxious to tell us about. And this video includes 4 different songs by Rim Bam Bum, Tigre Carabuela, Now Vai Ter Copa is the second one, then Questions for Puerto Montt, which is by Victor Jara, the Chilean folk singer who was murdered by the Pinochet regime. And there's a lot of talk about the Mapuche people, which I happened to see this video before. I'm glad I have learned about that. And then a wonderful song they end up with, Danza del Guerrero. So here we go with some schooling education about what's happening in Chile from the amazing Rim Bam Bum.
Whoa.
Woo! Hi, we are Rim Bam Bum from Santiago de Chile. We are celebrating our 10-year birthday, and also we are very happy to be in this version of HONK United. We are a musical family that rescue the carnival essence of the different cultures in Latin America.
We are performers and students of music who adapt the popular and folk repertoire to the wine and percussion format, in addition to making our own composition with various influences, like the Andean sound of tinku, San Juanito and sambo, and the flavor of Latin sounds like cha-cha-cha, cumbia and salsa, creating an exquisite sound experience.
Society tried to convince us that the only way to have an organization is a man giving orders and others obeying. We don't believe in that. We believe in organization horizontal and self-managed. So every single member have voice, have the same responsibilities, and in that way we improve the brotherhood and the respect.
From the same experience, we seek to support the different social, cultural, and territorial organizations that seek the integration, the common good, and social justice. And that, for us, is reason enough to continue on the streets building a better place to live.
Son las 12 del día, 9 minutos 30 segundos. Esta es Radio Cooperativa, 11 de septiembre de 1973. El centro de Santiago se está convirtiendo en un campo de batalla.
El gobierno estadounidense dirigido por Richard Nixon financió una serie de acciones para derrocar al gobierno democrático de Salvador Allende. El 11 de septiembre de 1973, el ejército chileno bombardeó el Palacio de Gobierno, desplegó su maquinaria de guerra y se tomó el poder. El gobierno, el parlamento y el poder judicial quedaron en manos de la junta militar dirigida por Augusto Pinochet, iniciando así una dictadura que duraría hasta 1990. Durante estos años, la población se empobreció, el Estado fue desarticulado y se instaló un capitalismo muy duro. Se utilizó la censura, la violencia y la tortura contra los opositores. Quienes luchaban por la democracia eran detenidos, torturados, asesinados y desaparecidos, dejando un saldo de más de 3.000 detenidos desaparecidos, un 77% de ellos menores de 24 años, para los cuales aún no hay justicia.
Esta situación está en condición de calle. Carabineros llegó haciendo uso de la fuerza pública, vulnerando los derechos de los niños, tiraron gases lacrimógenos, no respetaron a nadie. Nosotros solamente buscamos el derecho de todo ciudadano tener una vivienda digna.
Para salir de la dictadura y volver a la democracia, se negoció un plebiscito a cambio de mantener el sistema gestado en dictadura. Los siguientes gobiernos, ya en democracia, se encargaron de administrar el sistema neoliberal a través de distintas privatizaciones, llegando a prácticamente todas las esferas de la vida donde todo se transforma en mercancía. Esto generó grandes riquezas para unos pocos sobre la base de las más grandes injusticias y desigualdades humanas. Además, se ha construido todo sobre bases ecológicamente insostenibles, creando zonas de sacrificio altamente contaminadas, destruyendo ríos y glaciares y vendiendo y sobreexplotando los bosques de nuestros pueblos originarios.
El pueblo mapuche habitaba todo el cono sur latinoamericano. Desde la colonización, el pueblo mapuche ha sido el único capaz de derrotar al imperio y mantener su autonomía territorial. En 1825 se firma un tratado de paz para determinar que el Biobío es la línea divisoria entre estos dos nuevos aliados hermanos. En 1866, el Estado de Chile traiciona este tratado y determina por ley que todos los territorios al sur del Biobío son parte de la propiedad fiscal. Con esto comienza una invasión sangrienta por parte de la milicia de Chile para apropiarse de los territorios del pueblo mapuche y venderlos a colonos extranjeros, principalmente alemanes e italianos. Ya en 1929 hay alrededor de 33.000 mapuche sin sus tierras. En 1973, con el golpe militar de Pinochet apoyado por la CIA, comienza una dictadura militar en Chile que produce una represión mayor al pueblo mapuche. Y no solo se le desconoce la devolución de sus tierras, sino que son vendidas a empresas papeleras y forestales, en donde el monocultivo de árboles rápidos destruye los suelos y consume toda el agua. Con la vuelta a la democracia, esto no cambia. La presión por parte de las empresas y del Estado para poder apropiarse de los territorios del pueblo mapuche continúa, y hoy en día el Estado de Chile ha desplegado toda su maquinaria de guerra, militarizando la zona y aplicando la ley antiterrorista a cualquier causa que tenga que ver con el pueblo mapuche.
El Estado terrorista destruye lo natural, buscando ser inmortal con su afán extractivista. Según su punto de vista, los humanos y animales, la tierra y sus minerales les pertenecen por herencia y arrebatan con indecencia los territorios ancestrales.
Desde mediados de los 90, los movimientos estudiantiles año a año manifestaban su descontento en las calles por las injusticias del país, siempre reprimidos por la policía y acallados por los medios. En los años 97, 2006 y 2011, fueron los estudiantes universitarios y secundarios quienes lograron presionar al gobierno para dar algunos avances en equidad de educación. Durante el año 2019, en el segundo gobierno de derecha de Sebastián Piñera, ocurrieron hechos que molestaron profundamente a la sociedad en su conjunto. Subieron el precio de los servicios básicos como la luz y la canasta básica, y los políticos de gobierno parecían burlarse de la realidad. El 6 de octubre subieron en 30 pesos el precio del metro. Inmediatamente los estudiantes secundarios llamaron a no pagar el metro y saltarse los torniquetes. Desde el gobierno intentaron criminalizar el movimiento a través de los medios. Sin embargo, una sociedad cansada de abusos solo vio en estos estudiantes una luz de esperanza de cambiarlo todo. Durante esa semana, la policía entraba a los vagones del metro y arrestaba a estudiantes violentamente y sin razón. El 18 de octubre, en la hora punta de la tarde, había muchas estaciones tomadas por estudiantes, por lo que el gobierno decide cerrar todas las estaciones, generando caos y una masiva marcha por la ciudad, ya que todos debían volver del trabajo a sus casas. Las conversaciones entre desconocidos se hicieron comunes, la rabia hacia el gobierno se generalizó. En distintas partes de la ciudad aparecieron barricadas, protestas, una serie de estaciones de metro incendiadas, un gran caos que duró toda la tarde y parte de la noche. Desde el día siguiente nada fue igual. Ya no eran los 30 pesos del metro ni solo los estudiantes. Mucha gente se unió a las protestas de cada día por distintos motivos: pensiones dignas, vivienda accesible, salud para todos, educación de calidad. Cada grupo manifestaba lo que necesitaba sin banderas de ningún partido político oficial. Una semana después, el día viernes 25 de octubre, se congregó la marcha más grande de todas. Casi 2 millones de personas en Santiago, además de miles más en regiones. Con los días, todas las necesidades tomaron la forma en una: cambiar la constitución impuesta en dictadura para construir un Chile en democracia y para todas y todos. Esta es una de las consignas más potentes y que ha mantenido las movilizaciones vivas. El gobierno y el parlamento se negaron a esto y propusieron toda clase de ofertas y leyes que nunca vieron la luz. Pero nada apagó la protesta. El 15 de noviembre, dada la presión ciudadana, el Parlamento logró un acuerdo para crear una nueva constitución a través de un sistema engorroso y lleno de trabas. La población sintió que no se estaba dando respuesta ni escuchando lo que se pedía, así que las protestas continuaron. La represión policial dejó 3.700 personas heridas, 445 heridas oculares, con 34 tuertos y 2 ciegos, además de 717 denuncias por torturas y violencia sexual. Actualmente, el gobierno intenta administrar la pandemia para mantener la protesta a raya, con 6 meses de estado de excepción y militares vigilando en las calles armados hasta los dientes. Sin embargo, hace algunas semanas las protestas han vuelto a las calles y van en claro aumento, en espera de este 25 de octubre de 2020, cuando finalmente se realizará el plebiscito que permitirá tener una constitución creada en democracia.
Well, that was incredibly profound, Dinny, I thought, Banda Rim Bam Bum.
Yeah.
I just thought...
So many emotions during that video.
And so much to think about. I mean, there've been so many moments like this in Honk United where I need to think more about that and also make connections. Like someone was commenting about the indigenous people, the Mapuche people in Chile, but also indigenous people in North America and Canada. And I love the way that things can kind of come together. This is our last announcement. We're going to hand off to Teresa Kadish next, but there's 2 more events happening, 2 more videos, including the 7th continent. The 7th continent.
Hey, slow down. All right. So, yes, we got to say goodbye, but it's been awesome to talk to you through your computer, and I hope you enjoyed seeing our faces. Shout out to Laura Borelli and our friends at School of Honk and Second Line. And now I'll tell you what's coming up next. So, yes, the 7th continent. I didn't even know that this was going to happen. So we have a band coming from Antarctica. They're called the Dirty South Marching Band, and they're going to be playing their version of When the Saints Go Marching in -20 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. What's next after that?
I think at the other end of the temperature scale, perhaps, that will be followed by Fanfarra, Bate e Sopra from Porto Alegre, Brazil, playing Ventania, an original composition. And the images for that are from Honk Brasilia and other festivals. And this tune was the winner of the 14th Porto Alegre Music Festival. So, thank you, everybody. Thanks to the technical crew. Thanks, Dinny.
Thanks, John Bell.
Thanks for coming so beautifully, bringing fashion, bringing style.
Happy Honk, everyone. Let's watch these videos together.
Hello from beautiful McMurdo Station, Antarctica. I have been down here since February of 2020. One of the big things we have down here is 4th of July celebration, just like everywhere else in the States, except ours happens to be in the middle of winter because the seasons are switched. We had a parade of vehicles, and the video that you're going to see is the marching band, because if you have a parade, you got to have a marching band, right? So our marching band consisted of a couple of accomplished musicians and many people such as myself who probably hadn't played the instrument since they were in elementary school. Combine that with the fact that it was maybe -20 outside that day and the wind chill even colder, and everyone's valves started freezing and sticking almost immediately. So what you get is what you get. I hope you enjoy.
Yay!
I don't mean to like.
Hi, welcome, welcome. My name is Teresa. This is Sophia. We will be your MCs for the next 2 hours of this 24-hour honk extravaganza.
Yeah.
It's pretty special. We have so much in store for you, including a goat, perhaps. And to start things off, we're going to go live to the streets of Somerville to a very special band by the name of Brassterisk. Take it away.
Hi, we are Brassterisk, playing from right outside Davis Square. We're so excited to be part of Honk United. Woo! We wish you all could be here now. We have a couple songs to play. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you very much. We have one more song. Woo. I think we do. Yeah, one more song. Hopefully we have one more. We'll see. Thank you to our host, to Mama. Thank you to everybody. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how much time we have left. Thank I think we might still be streaming. So I can show you around Davis Square, but we can play a quick song. How much time we have left?
We should probably start moving on to the next set, I believe.
Sounds good then. We're done.
What'd you say?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll wait for the screens to change, and then I'll tell you all a bit about the next band that's coming right up this way soon. Well, I think we're just live. This is the thing about live performance is it's a little wonky and you're not sure if it's gonna work, but it's pretty damn special that we're able to present to you all of these live bands from all over the world. These folks were from Somerville, and you know, earlier today we had folks from England, and I'm about to show you some musicians from Benin. Yeah, Eyo'nle brass band from Benin, although they're based in France, and they focus on the traditional rhythms of Porto Novo and the surrounding area. And then after that, we're going to return to Somerville for Grooversity Drumming Network, which is a video of an assembly of 10 drumming groups that are part of Grooversity. Some of them are in Somerville, some of them are elsewhere in the world. And that's just... Somerville's just really cool. I lived there for like 4 years. Yeah. You've lived there your whole life?
Yeah, I grew up there. Yeah. No, Somerville has a really special artistic scene. Like, for a while, it had the most artists per capita, besides, like, New York City, in the U.S., and, yeah, there's a wealth of art there.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, these two films that we're about to show you, the fact that we can have artists from Benin and artists from the place that this festival showed up, like, in this same location on your screen, in this little box... Like, it's nuts. Like, thanks, coronavirus. It's not ideal. But...
No thanks, but thanks. Sweet.
Anyhow, we should probably move on to our next set. So please take it away, Eyo'nle.
I'm Reby Garofalo. I'm with HONK United, and I'm here with the Grooversity family of drumlines. And I'm sure the first question that everybody would like to know the answer to is, how does your group contribute to the community building and social justice missions of HONK festivals?
As you said, Reby, so the Grooversity is a family. It's a network of drumming groups, and each drumming group, I think we're united by the love of playing drums, and also we're united by playing some of the Grooversity arrangements. But the names of the groups and the way that the group is run is all decided by the different local directors. So individually, they can decide how they would like to socially impact the communities that they live in. So with that said, talking about us here in Boston, we basically try to support good causes by playing in events. And one thing that's really close to me is mental wellness, which is great that we're actually using drums to bring a little bit of mental health, as we feel good when we're hitting stuff, right? Hello, amigos and amigas. My name is Marcus Santos. I am a Brazilian hand percussionist. We are happy to be part of the Grooversity Drumming Network, and I coordinate the Grooversity Boston group in Boston, in the United States.
Hey,
Hey everyone, I'm Stacy Kovacs from New York City. I'm the director of Fogo Azul NYC. I'm a percussionist and a physician assistant in a hospital.
Stacy, tell us about social engagement.
All right, so Fogo Azul NYC is actually all women and anyone who identifies as a woman. In transgender, we have transgender members, and we also have gender nonconforming members. So, you know, in terms of our membership, we're welcome to anyone who identifies as any of those things. We are also a community group. We do a lot of community events, including marches. We have one of the biggest women's marches every year now in January, and we do, you know, climate change marches. We do protests. We've been involved in the Black Lives Matter movement.
Hi, this is Erhard.
And this is Amity. We both play with Samba Tucada as well as Montaña Verde, and we're based here in Burlington, Vermont. You know, music and drumming is incredibly healing. It's good for the soul, and the omnipotence of the groove always rules.
Hi, I'm Michelle Sutton from Samba Tune, and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, and I'm a percussionist.
Hello, my name is Susan Rialoma, and I'm the founder of Coral Beats here in the island of Bermuda. It was formed in March of 2017, and since its inception has grown from 12 members to over 30 members, purely by word of mouth. None of us had ever drummed before. Within the community, we have organized beach cleanups, performed for fundraising events, made charitable donations, and are working towards establishing a scholarship for a young music student. Coral Beach is a diverse group of women of all ages, professions, nationalities, and backgrounds who are having fun and building bonds that extend far beyond the music.
Hi, I'm Brian Cooperrider with the group Samba Tuki in Flagstaff, Arizona, the beautiful Grand Canyon state. I'm also a percussionist. And I'd like to say we've had lots of people who've come up to me after 10 years playing in our group or some years playing, and they said, you know what? I was going through a really hard time in my life, and this saved me. And I never knew that. They showed up happy every single week, and years later when they got through it, they told me how much it meant to them. And that means a lot, knowing that, as you've all said, that we're doing something personally for people as well.
Hi, my name is Julie Simon. I'm the director of Tropicaleza. We are an all-women professional dance and drum group out of Riverside, California, and we are beyond thrilled to be part of the Grooversity network.
I'm Kevin Siglecki from Timbalesa in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I am a percussionist and very happy to be here.
For our purposes tonight, we're also counting Petonkatock. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's a honk festival. So, what have been your experiences?
Our group has played at Petonkatock since it started, and probably, I'm going to say like 6 or 7 years ago. And our experience is, it's an amazing festival. It happens every May, things that happen around that with workers' rights. And there's a lot of activism that goes on at the festival as well.
How many of you all have ever been to a honk festival? And what have been your experiences there? Let's start with Amity.
Oh, I first went to Honk Fest West. Gosh, it must have been about 11 years ago. I remember I had my 4-month-old daughter. I was carrying her around and dancing to all the bands, and I just never had heard anything like it. I was hooked.
Yeah, Brass Balagan has been playing at the original Somerville Honk since I think 2011. I joined the band in 2013 and have been playing it with Brass Balagan every year since then, except I think we missed one. But have paraded with Marcus and his band in Boston, from the Boston area, for the last several years, and also played with them. And of course, Samba Tucada. Marcus has come up and taught us just a lot of moves and wonderful Grooversity material that we play all the time.
Cool. Stacy, you're up. What can you tell us?
So honk for me was probably 2009 with Rude Mechanical Orchestra. I participated in HONK with the Hungry March Band. I was their dancing gorilla one time, and I played with Marcus a few times. So you know, my old group had played here in HONK NYC a little bit, and with the RMO I also played in Pronk a few times. That's the Providence HONK.
Cool.
So, yeah.
My name is Bonnie Benavides. I'm co-director of Samba da Vida from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And my name is Julio Pavon, and I am co-director of Samba da Vida Milwaukee in Wisconsin. And I'm a percussionist, but you wouldn't know it by this wall right here.
We're very sad that not all the groups were able to join us, but we are thinking of you, and we know you are with us, and let's get this started.
So I don't actually know how to play this.
You do.
But it doesn't really matter.
You just played it.
Yeah, I just played it. Like that's probably my favorite thing about this festival is that it's just like, you know, we just saw this video, all these drummers, like so many drummers, but just anybody can do it. You just pick up an instrument and you have fun. And it's just really special. I don't know of any other cultural thing like that that's just so accessible and joyful. Yeah, so who do we have coming up? Let me see.
Emperor Norton.
Emperor Norton is next. Oh my god, what are they about to play?
Pachycephalophobia.
Pachycephalophobia.
I think I got that right.
That's quite a mouthful. And after that, we're going to have the Young Fellas Brass Band. Were y'all on the stream when the Young Fellas were doing that direct action in June? That was like 2 or 3 hours ago, but that like, it pulled at my heartstrings. Like that, it's just, they're such a cool band. And there might be a goat coming into our studio at the moment. Oh my god, there's a goat! There's a goat coming into the studio! Okay, let me show you how this, yeah, there's this goat. Hi, hey.
Yo, what's up? Hi. You made it.
Anande, would you like to introduce this creature to us?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, he can't come up here. Yeah.
Creature. His name is Rocky, and he's a weather goat. He lives with us.
That's great. Well, we should probably cut to the next band, but we'll come back in 10 minutes or so with some very high quality goat antics. All right, take it away, Emperor Norton's Stationary Marching Band.
Here we are in Union Square. You begin to hear cacophony. And gradually that coalesces into something that begins to sound like a song, something that begins to look like a performance. We've got the Young Fellas, which is a street band from New Orleans. We've got Rick Sanders, who's the band director for the school system in Somerville. We got Marcus Santos, who leads the World Percussion Ensemble at the high school. And we have kids from the Somerville Marching Band. The workshop is about the Young Fellas teaching the band kids to play a song that they, the Young Fellas, had learned that morning. Hey, how about Billie Jean? Because it's a song that's familiar to kids, it's got a funky beat.
So over there in the corner, you've got the tuba player from the young fellas teaching the tuba players the low brass parts. You've got the saxes and the trumpets in the middle learning the melody lines. And over here on the left, you've got the drummer from young fellas teaching the drummers from World Percussion Ensemble and the marching band the various percussion riffs that go into the song. Anyone can play music. Anyone can be a musician, then everybody becomes a participant.
Everyone know the bass line,
Gradually, the whole band begins to coalesce, and for the next bunch of minutes, they play Billie Jean 35 strong, and it's absolutely breathtaking. This is teaching music the way most people in the world learn to play music. You stand next to someone who knows how to play, and you learn from them. You learn to play music in the process of playing music. And then you are playing a performance on the spot that's bringing tears to people's eyes. You never have that experience in a band class. It's a style of learning that makes kids want to play their instrument. Everybody learning together. Classic New Orleans style. Welcome back. We are live from Glomus Commune in New York, broadcasting to you anywhere in the world that you might be. I'm here with Sophia and Anande. My name is Teresa. We also have our very lovely goat friend. Because, you know, it's HONK, and we wanted to do something interesting, and I wanted to feel like you're here with me. This is where I live, in this little box. You live in some other little box somewhere else, I'm sure. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But we all get to listen to some pretty good music together today. So, what is coming up next? Up next immediately is Extraordinary Rendition Band from Providence, Rhode Island. They're going to be playing 2 songs for us. Cumbia Rebedele. I don't know how to pronounce things. That was recorded live last year when we were all allowed to be in person. And then following that will be Red, White, and Shiny, which was recorded in a socially distant mode more recently. And following ERB, we're going to have Trout Circus. We're showing us a brand new music video filmed with their original songs, .38 Special. And that's just... I'm just having the time of my life here. Like, I don't know about you, but it's just, what an amazing thing to be doing with a goat in a studio and people all over the world listen to some really great music. So with that, let's listen to some Extraordinary Rendition Band. Please begin the tape.
Welcome back. Here we are. United. Some brass instruments.
No, gotta get stuff.
Here we are. So, what I'm supposed to do right now is introduce Brass Balagan to you. Always a little chaos. They just hopped in the studio. So Brass Balagan, lovely band from Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, I think, somewhere in Vermont. They've been to so many honks. They're really great. Mainstay, red jumpsuits. It always makes me happy. Sophia, can you tell me anything about Brass Balagan? Come over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's see. Brass Balagan is really cool. Last year they really stunted with their red jumpsuits.
Really nice
Did you already say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a great part about them. But they're also super talented, and they taught us a really cool tune at the Tune Share.
That doesn't eat into our
I forget the name of it, but it was a Dick Dale song that wasn't Mr. Lou, which is really refreshing to hear.
So Brass Balagan is going to be with us live, basically now. Like, you can cut from me talking as whenever you want, and Brass Balagan will be live. Take it away.
Here we go. All right, we live? Greetings to our great big honk family from all over the world. My name is Earhart, and we are the Brass Balagan, coming to you live from the steps of our State House here in Montpelier, Vermont. This is the site of countless movement actions over many years and home to the Vermont legislature, the first in our country to pass a law guaranteeing marriage for all, no matter who you love. We're so happy to be able to play 2 songs live for you today, and so thankful to the entire honk organizing committee and all the tech folks who are helping to make this all happen. Before we play, I just want to dedicate this to my dearly beloved friend Ken Abramson, who taught me a huge amount of all of what I know about music, who passed away recently. We're going to play 2 songs for you. One is called Ethan Alien by our Vermont friends, the Western Terrestrials. The second is called The Butcher's Share by Daniel Kahn and the Painted Bird. But before we play for you, I just wanted to say that as a band, we have one demand. What is it that we demand?
We demand the elimination of all evil.
everybody!
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we're back.
That was awesome. Thank you so much to Brass Balagan for coming in live. Really cool cover of a Daniel Kahn song. It's nice to see.
These live events, like, they make this stream for me. Like, the fact that we can do this is still, like, kind of nuts. Like, managing all of these cameras and everything else. Like, it's crazy. We've got so much good stuff coming up for you. What's coming up next is School of HONK, which is an educational Somerville band. They're really, really cool. And then following that, we've got Cimarrona la Favorita. A Cimarrona is... Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Cimarrona.
Cimarrona, yeah. It's a type of Costa Rican brass band, usually 5 to 8 members, always a tuba and a couple of percussionists, trombones, trumpets, saxes, clarinets, playing in a variety of styles. They're often hired for events, birthday parties, and they have these giant puppet performances known as masquerades. Yeah.
So cool.
Cimarrona la Favorita is one of the more well-known bands, and they perform with their own set of giant puppets, as shown in this video. You know, we were talking earlier about the influence of Bren Puppet on HONK. Like, there's this whole parade tradition of, like, giant spectacle, and I'm just, like, rather in love with it, and I'm so excited to show you a band all the way from Costa Rica holding on to that same tradition in their own very special style. And after that, we're gonna hear from the party band from Lowell, Massachusetts, and they're gonna teach us a song. This video is super cool. Like, they will actually teach you a song. If you have an instrument in your vicinity, like, pick it up, and by the end of this 15-minute video, you'll know how to play this song with them. Like, it's really fucking dope. Yeah, so what's coming up right now is School of HONK. School of HONK holds a real... they're just the best.
They really are.
You played with them for a season, 2 seasons?
Yeah, like 3 years or something. Not recently, obviously, but the work that they've been doing during quarantine and keeping the community engaged, because they do it weekly when it's not pandemic, has been really incredible, and like it's been really amazing to see people flourish and stay in touch and maintain an interest in playing music together throughout what has been 6 months of pretty severe isolation. It's pretty beautiful.
The first time that I ever played a trombone for an audience, you know, like, what is this? I don't actually know what I'm doing. But the first time I ever played a trombone publicly was on the main stage in Harvard Square with School of HONK, with no practice, no context, just like, they pulled me up there and we played a set. And it was like... one of the most amazing things that I've ever done, and I'm just so grateful that an organization exists that can, like, literally just take on anybody and throw them into the middle of a concert and give them that musical experience. It's really, really something else. So, without any further ado, School of HONK.
Hey everyone, we're gonna start this the way we usually do, with a round of names. I'm Shauna.
Megan.
Amanda.
Pampa.
Kunle.
Betty.
Carmelo.
Sophie.
Tom.
Nan.
I'm Kevin.
Graham.
Jimmy.
Sarah. Rachel.
Ken.
Danielle.
Adam.
Talia.
Ruchika.
Apollo.
Aloka.
Tim.
Hi, I'm Nat.
Maren.
I'm Johnny.
Mike.
Josh.
Kathy.
Hi, I'm Rosalie, and we are the School of HONK. And now, here's a short video about our band.
School of HONK is an open community street band. We facilitate people learning and playing music no matter where they come from in terms of how they have learned, or maybe they haven't learned music at all.
actually a very radical idea to go out on the street with a bunch of friends and neighbors playing, you know, instruments that are probably 100 years out of date, maybe 300, and make fools of yourself. School of Honk was born out of a dream I had several years ago, a crazy dream. It's a really crazy dream, that brass bands might actually save the world. It is a crazy dream, and someone who for a long time felt that my life as a musician, I've been a lifelong trombone player and singer, that was a place where I could find a certain kind of freedom and transcendence that was pretty much divorced from the rest of my life, which was like pretty much everyone else's, kind of trapped in a world on fire where most of us who think at all about the world think it can't go on like this, we have to find some other way to get along together, but we don't know how to do that.
Oh, people are a mess out there, you know, for whatever reasons. I haven't figured that out yet. But for once, on a Sunday or whenever we get out there, we bring a little bit of joy into these people's lives, and we're happy, and it feels really good being with these people. I like that.
If you've got an instrument, bring it, or else we'll loan you one of ours and show you how to play it. It's so much fun. Think about it. schoolofhonk.org answers to all your questions. Thank you for listening.
A diverse group of people together. We aren't dealing with anything hassly at all when we're there. We're just there to have fun together.
If you listen to School of Honk, you're not going to hear tight riffs that are interlocking in this fuguish way. But there's a real energy and a real musicality to what's happening that's very accessible and very danceable. And energy comes from music and comes from notes and rhythms, but it fundamentally comes from people and relationships.
I love the hardcore-ness of just showing up to a place, playing very intensely, giving people a quick infusion of, we're here, we're playing loud, exciting, joyful music. They stop, they spend time, we dance together, they nod their head because they know the song that we're playing.
The fact that we parade every week, and the fact that we make a point of parading every week, if we can, in front of an audience that we find, not a captive audience, but an audience that we try and captivate through our music. To me, that is music, and to only practice or rehearse without doing that actual step of actually performing robs us of what music really is about, which is the spontaneous connection you feel with an audience of some kind, even if you're trying to get that audience to join in.
When I'm out with the dance troupe and we have other people join in when we're outside, it is a really magical experience to just walk into a space, see folks who had no idea that this was going to happen today, and all of a sudden, not only are they experiencing it, but they are stepping up, and we are working with them, and we're having a dialogue through our bodies through this music. and everyone is feeling extremely alive in these moments. Like, there is tons of shared positive energy in these moments. And I leave those Sundays feeling like, this could change the world. Like, this could change hearts and minds, and this is the thing that's gonna, like, save the world.
So if you want to take a second while the drums are getting ready to find those notes, it's a B flat and another note. They'll get started when the drums are not a circle of people with a concentric circle of music stands with then people who are leading the sections. It's everyone is there and able to make eye contact, and when they play, not only listen but kind of communicate with their eyes and with their bodies. And I think that's really empowering, and it allows people's like intuitive expertise and intuitive like knowledge of music and themselves to drive the like learning of music rather than sheet music or arrangements or things like that.
I'm trying to say this right, but I think School of HONK is maybe the only place where me could like learn to play an instrument, because I'm not formally trained in anything. Like half the time they're like, C flat concert, awesome, and I'm like, will you please play that once, and then I can hear it and then reproduce what you try to play.
Making music and learning music don't need to be separate activities that you do. There's no reason why you should have to be in a phase that is entirely preparatory, where you need to put yourself as a human being on hold and say, I want to be a musician, therefore I'm going to dedicate the next 2 years to learning to be a musician.
Because I've never played an instrument before. When they said you could just come to the School of HONK and pick up an instrument and start playing, I was very doubtful. We went out that very first day and we're standing playing for people. I thought, can I really do this? Am I really confident enough? These people are gonna look at me and hear me playing the wrong notes and it's gonna be so embarrassing. And I've gone from that to totally loving performing.
It's trying to get people not just to play music, but to be playful when we play music.
I'm so happy at this moment. So listen, here's the story. Just have fun. If you get lost, if you play a wrong note, if something goes wrong,
no one will notice.
No one will notice unless you make a scene, so just go with it. This is our time. This is an unbelievably big group, and that means it's going to be amazing fun. We're going to rotate around.
Can you really start a band anywhere, and can you come up with if not an exact model, at least an inspiration that really would spark something meaningful in our country, potentially anywhere. I considered it kind of an open question for me.
1 minuto.
Hey, we're here. The band from Lowell, Massachusetts.
Today we're going to teach you how to play the party band original tune called Claude, named after the one and only Mr. Claude Debussy. One thing you should know as we go through this video is that we're going to be speaking in concert pitch the entire time. This song, Claude, is in the key of F minor. That's concert F minor.
You got that? Cool. All right, now that you have your instrument in your hands, we're going to go ahead and play this down. So we're going to show you all the musical materials, all the delicious ingredients that you need to play this song, and then we're going to put them together for you in the form. So these parts aren't instrument specific, they're part specific, so it doesn't matter what kind of instrument you have. Just follow along with the parts, and we'll put them together at the ends.
I'm Cam, I play tenor sax, and I'm going to teach you the main riff in Claude. The riff is a 2-bar pattern that repeats once to make a 4-bar phrase. In concert pitch, the notes in the first bar are F, E flat, F, and A flat. In the second bar, the notes are F, E flat, F, and goes up to C. Play those 2 bars twice through, and it sounds like this. Now we're going to go over the tag. The tag is a reduced version of the riff where we only play the F, the E flat, and the F. We skip the A flats, we skip the Cs. We still play it 4 times though. So it sounds like this. And that's it.
Hey y'all, this is Big Red coming at you with the bass line for Claude. So it goes F, E flat, F, and then it goes to a different note. First one, we're going to go through each one, is an A flat. The second note it goes to is a C. Go up to a C, that's important, going up. The third note we're going to go to is D flat. Last but not least, we're going to go to C. Down to C this time instead of up. The outro bass line is pretty much the same thing as the regular bass line, with those middle notes, the A flat and the C and the D flat. Those are all gone, and there's something new instead. So, as I'm sure you heard, there's this little walk up in the middle of that now. So we're just going to go through that note by note. Here's the first note. There's C. Second note is E flat. The third note is E natural. And then we're back to F, and then we're doing the badu dots again. Another thing, if you want to add a little extra spice factor to the regular bass line, you can actually play that walk up in there as well, as long as it's following one of the C's that you play in the regular bass line. So after the second time or after the fourth time, then you should be able to add that little walk up to the regular bass line. Hope this helps.
Hi all, I'm Justin from the party band of Lowell, Massachusetts, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play the melody of our song Claude after Mr. Claude Debussy. The line starts on concert C, moves down to A flat, then to F, then back to C. I'm going to take it real slow the first time through, teach you note by note, and then we'll put it all together at the end. Here goes. So again, concert C, A flat, F, down to C, then F, E flat, F, E flat. Here it is in time. 86 beats per minute, by the way. And then the second part, real similar. Instead of the F to E flat, F to E flat, it goes up to the G on the end. And that's 2 times through, so 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna play the whole thing now for you. Here's how it goes. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Y'all, you're well on your way to learning Claude. Have a great day.
In addition to the first melody that you already learned, which is that descending arpeggio line, there's a second melody to the song which can be superimposed on top of the first melody and played at the same time. It can be played completely separately from it, or it can be used as the background to a solo section. That is, we're starting on the 5th scale degree, which is concert C. We're popping up to the 1st scale degree, which is concert F. Hitting that twice. And then we go concert A flat, B flat, C. And then from that C, we do an arpeggio back down to F. So it's C, A flat, F. So here we go. It's that simple. If you want to remember the rhythm of it and how it goes, you can remember these lyrics. They call him Mr. W.C. He writes a little melody. If you believe in wizardry, then baby, won't you sing with me?
Hey, I'm Savannah.
Hey, I'm Nate.
We're the Party Band Drummers.
We're gonna teach you how to groove on Claude.
It's nice and simple. It's in 4/4. It's got a nice backbeat groove to it. And if you know that bass line or the main riff of the song, ba-boo-dum, bum, ba-boo-dum, bum. You want to think that when you play ba-boo-dum, bum, oh, ba-boo-dum. Show them how it's done, man. Just a nice 2/4 backbeat is fine. 1 and 2 and yeah. You can spice that up a little bit. As a 4-bar phrase. No matter what the music's doing, you kind of come around every 4 bars with a little bit more emphasis towards the end of that 4th bar to help you bring it back around the phrase. That's always going to help no matter what section you're in. Drum fills. Ba-boo-dum.
The first drum fill starts at the start of the song, right after the intro. It helps us, kick it off with the drums. It goes a little something like this.
The second important drum fill is at the very end of the song. They're doing ba-boo-dum, ba-boo-dum, and we go C-L-A-U-D-E-W-C, C-L-A-U-D-E-W-C, boom. Yeah, all right, you got all those parts down? You ready to put them together? All right, so we're gonna play it all together. Let's just give you an idea of the roadmap. It starts with that riff. And it's just gonna be the mid to low voices. We're gonna play that 2 times, that riff. Then you add in the bass and drums, We groove on that for a little while, and then you'll hear us hit that first melody. Bum, 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 etc. And we'll jam that for a while, and then we're going back to the riff, but everybody is gonna be on the riff. Mids, highs, lows, drums, we're all grooving on that. Then we're gonna pause and talk about more.
Alright, time for improvising. Let's talk about the solo section. Here are some tips that work for me. Hopefully they will help you out as well. First thing, most important thing, way before we start talking about pitch, let's talk about groove. The drums, the sousaphone, any other musician that you're making music with in that moment. Listen to what they're playing. Listen to the groove. Feel that 4-bar phrase. Be able to identify that 4-bar phrase in your sleep. Next, let's talk about the arc of the solo. Solo has a beginning, it has an end. You're going to want to vary the intensity of your playing through the whole solo. Keep people interested. The beginning of the solo, you know, it's relatively chill. It's a chill tune. You don't want to come screaming out of the gate at 1,000,000 miles an hour. That's probably not going to serve the tune very well. So keep it chill. Leave some space in there. Then get intense with your solo toward the end of it. Maybe you're playing more notes. Maybe you're playing higher notes. Maybe you're getting real nasty with your tone. All that stuff will increase the intensity as you get to the end of the solo. That'll get this nice, big, sort of like upward tilt to the thing. Lastly, let's talk about pitches. So we're in F. Good pitches for F minor. F, A flat, B flat, C, E flat, F. Those are going to be the notes that will do you the most good. If you're feeling spicy, you might want to try the B natural in there. Any other note? Just think twice before you play it. You got to know what you want to play before you play it. Lines. Steal lines from people. If you hear something you really like, figure out how to play it. Put it in one of your solos. If you are singing something, sing something in your head and then figure out how to play it on your horn. If you're like, be like, oh, how do I play that on the horn? Sounds pretty good. And then lastly, something that's going to help you is to play patterns. So if you play a thing in the next bar, maybe play something similar. In the bar after that, maybe play something sort of similar. And then maybe break that pattern on the fourth bar. That's going to be a nice little story and twist ending for folks, and it's sort of fun to do. Like,
At this point in the song, oftentimes there will be one of a few different things happening. Sometimes we'll do some spoken word, a little bit of history about our friend Claude. Sometimes we'll have someone do a little rap about our friend Claude. Sometimes we'll do something completely unrelated. So I encourage you to develop your own style for what happens at this section in the song, because it truly can be anything.
They call him Mr. W.C. He writes a little melody. If you believe in wizardry, then baby won't you sing with me? They call him Mr. W.C. He writes a little melody. If you believe in wizardry.
Shows how much I can hold a note. Well, that concludes this portion of the Honk stream. This concludes our emceeing event. You're going to have to refresh your feed before we go on to the next 6-hour chunk. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really, really special. There are a lot of ways that you can support this festival. You can head on to honkunited.org and there will be a link there for donations. This entire festival is totally volunteer run. I'm not getting paid. Sophia's not getting paid. We're just doing this because we like the music.
And people.
And yeah, so also there is a new album out. Oh wow, I'm getting some feedback. How do I fix that? Woohoo! Okay, I fixed that. What else is there for me to tell you? Well, Emperor Norton Stationary Marching Band is releasing a holiday music EP called A Better World is Possible, Volume 2. And on Monday, which is Indigenous Peoples Day, if you purchase their album, all proceeds are going to be donated to Violence in Boston. So, you know, Emperor Norton is really, in my mind, a staple of at least my experience of honk.
And Violence in Boston is a staple of activism in Boston. That's a really nice meeting.
That is very true, very true. Yeah. Yeah, so we have a couple more minutes left before the stream ends. I am really curious to hear from you all. I'm in the chat now, in the YouTube chat at least. Like, how are y'all enjoying this? What is it like for you to be here virtually rather than in person? Yeah, do let me know. It's been kind of trippy for me to like see the festival from a box, because you know, so much of it is just like immersion and just being surrounded by sound. But like, I'm pretty surrounded by sound. I've been listening to honk music for 12 hours now. And days. Yeah, we've been listening to this for days. Yeah, this is a thing. We're doing a thing.
Yes.
And
I wanted to
one big labor of love. Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you to the MCs and to the tech team and to like all of the bands that have participated in it. Shout out to Denny, shout out to John Bell for holding down so many hours before us. And I think Allison's emceeing next, right?
I don't know who's emceeing next. I don't think it's Allison.
Okay, never mind.
We've got a great MC for you next.
The next MC is going to be great regardless because everyone who's involved with this is really rad.
It's been so much fun. You know, we had a goat up here. I got to very, very poorly play trombone for you all. It's pretty cool. Carolina misses our sexy Dottie's
yeah.
dancing. Yeah, I was dancing a little bit earlier, but well, so the stream is going to end in like maybe 60 seconds, something like that. And what you're going to need to do is like go onto the YouTube channel, refresh the YouTube channel, and look to see where like the current feed is, content.
We good?
Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know. I guess I have to keep talking till the feed
we
ends.
just do this until it
yeah,
ends.
we love you. We love you so much.